Okay. So this is an OMAC head found in the Mesoamericas and probably other places too. The thing is that this is a very, very strange phenomenon how these big, huge head colossals could be somewhere in so many different places and whereabouts here. And then for so long, so many people went and graduated school, Harvard professors and every damn thing, London, Yale, all this, you know what I mean, Harvard, you name it, all the military schools, all that shit. And then all these people for centuries, nobody say nothing about the old Mac head. Then all of a sudden these things start popping up. And everybody telling you about them. You know what I'm saying? And this and that. And woo. Well, here go what my question is. This is where I'm really at. Why was there a reason to hide all this stuff from the people of the planet? And who hid it from everybody? I'm going to tell you why. The reason why is because someone perpetuated Christianity as well as Judaism as well as Islam. They perpetuated that off instilling philosophical teachings of enlightenment that had came to all of the melinated people all over the planet Earth. Though there was variations of writing changes and customary ritual changes were different by the people, it was because Creator God, Prime Creator, like she created many insects with different characteristics, many trees with different characteristics, genders with differential yet indifferentiation. All of these considerations of the Creator is based on the Creator, and it's not subjected to be categorized or defined into circumstances of packaging that will make it suitable for the senses of the human being to readily understand it better. That's not the way it works. The way it works is that Creator God, Creator Goddess, has a whole bunch of works of alchemy that is going to keep us mystified in states of phenomenal wonder all the time. So you might as well get prepared for that. But now when someone comes along and has the nerve to hide this information from people because they in a guileful way wants to take advantage of people and use people for their own sustainment and their own personal growth and monetary gain. Okay, they don't mind watching the rest of the sectors of the human family go into decadence and even death in circumstances of extreme poverty, as long as they can ride, and they do it maliciously with enjoyment because of envy that they have with their own knowledge of their self-degeneracy. Okay, and I'm saying that to be informative, to show you why we all need to be honest with ourselves so we can grow. You're not going to walk around here and try to overlook the doings of a nationalism of people that has horrified another nationalism of people for over 6,000 years. Okay, you can have your paperwork of what went on in this one little episode here and say how long that is for your particular encounter with it, but this slavery type of actions and efforts of you Caucasian people have been rendered at us melanated people since you guys showed up on the earth, which is approximately 6,000 years. All right. The reason these things were hid is because the slavers who came to America found the people in the Americas here and thriving who actually built these heads. These people were capable of space flight and did leave the earth and as well as go into the center of the earth. And there were other people here with them, more Asian type people that was here with these melanated people, both melanated people. The universe made melanated people. It did not make anybody who had a skin complexion that was different than black, dark black, black as hell, like the soil, like volcanic ash. that black. Just like you see that fire come out of the volcano and leave that black, that's the same black that was used as the aggregate to make the composition of the humans that walk the earth and the soil. We can see all the green plants, as you can see in this picture. Everything in the picture came from the ground, including the stone that the head was carved from. And it is also highly hued and melinated, or synonymous with the blackness of our universe spectrum. Alright. The need to hide these things came about because someone perpetuating a lie of their white supremacy, and they being the ones who brought mankind about, and they being the one who was first to encounter the universal creator, and they being the one who discovered all of the knowledge of the earth. Because they wanted to perpetuate this lie, they had to cover up all of the accomplishments of the other people who were truly the ones who sat in that seat and should be recognized for those feats. They know it was not them. As you can see, this person has his ear pierced. We were already into ear piercing. Okay, and you can see this is a warrior type of melanated male with some headgear on, and you can see his authority, and that this was a very rich culture to even have time to take out the effort, and the expenditure to do this must have been very high priced and costly. We all know that. So the point that I'm getting at is that this individual nationalism of people did not die. They became the slaves of the Europeans who came to America and took the remnants of them that was still attached to the earth floor, along with the other people they found from North America all the way down to Argentina and even further south. All the Belizean, all the islands, everywhere they went that they want to claim they brought the black people there from Africa. I got news for you. The people were already there. The only thing they brought with them were their guns and their weapons, and a bunch of uneducated, mixed black people as well as whites, all together on the campaign of taking over the whole planet. The problem was with their diabolical thinking on terms of evil. They maliciously and treacherously and with treachery went around the world fooling everyone with their religious bullshit. But at the real time, moving fast, they were serious about killing all the men and raping all the women and creating a group of people that could be misled by them by giving false information of who they were. They found out how to do this because they had been studying with the Earth original people all over Africa, all over Asia. We were trying to educate these people and get them caught up with us and get them to be more divine and to get them to transgress from their wicked, barbaric ways. And this was very costly to us because they stole all our history of self from us. They enslaved us. They changed our bloodline by introducing their genetics of their melanin deficient genetics were introduced to our original blood that was given to us from Creator Goddess. After someone had thinned their blood out and made their melanin be deficient and almost not even accountable, damn near subtle. They got it now where that's a part of our existence too, where our pigments has also been eradicated and we've also been lightened up, which means in simplicity that we are not being given the proper nutrients, and the proper ratio of sustainment has not been administered to us. Otherwise, why are we losing our melanin? Well, we know why. We're getting sunlight interruption from chemtrails. We're getting people interrupting the food before we even get it. They're putting all kind of stuff in it, so when we eat it, we be messed up. Everything about their efforts are all designed to make sure that we be crippled and stagnated. Just like they hid this stone head, they're hiding all kind of information that they know about the sunlight, changing our DNA structures, making us where we can live so long. If they wouldn't put stuff in the food and take the fresh food away from us and tamper with it and everything, we could be living 200-300 years. Growing your own food, eating carrots and eating stuff out of the ground, roots and all that stuff, is the knowledge that was inside of this man's head right here. And it's the knowledge that's inside of our head through our genetics, just through the memories of our encapsulation and the fact that we have melanin. The knowledge is inside of your melanin. And so all this stuff is available to the world, and it has been stagnated and shut down by people that want to tell you lies and not give you the truth about self. And the reason why is because if you knew the truth about self, you won't smoke cigarettes, you won't be doing cocaine, you won't do a lot of the stuff that we all do and make idiots out of ourselves, because we all get together and try to figure out a way to love ourselves, and that way we'd be able to love others. Okay, that's where it got to start at, with you loving yourself. So the reason I come out here and tell you guys this story is not because I want to attack white people. It's actually because I'm in defense of white people. I want them to understand that they don't have to feel guilty about what has happened, because they were duped too. When the people hid this shit from us, they hid it from them too, a lot of them. But a lot of them knew about all this, but they couldn't be the person running out there running their mouth, because they would have got hurt up. We all know that. But the thing is, you got to grow up. Somewhere you got to grow up. That's just like what I was saying to you. You all know you messed up. You know that you did bad. Then the sunlight come and tell you, just like the sun knew it. It had always told me, they ain't got the body green light. You watch what I tell you. And that's the reason why I'm going to tell you to tell them the way I tell you to tell them. I was like, that's too aggressive. They not going to, they said, you do what I tell you to do. You understand? Because this is the way this is going down. You guys are being judged around your hearts, about how your heart is. This is where this judgment is going to take place at your heart, okay? And it's going to be the deciding factor, like I say to you, about where you go, where you're recreated, because we're probably all going to definitely see some recreation going on in a close proximity of ourselves. You know, I'm really sure that the earth is real serious about doing her thing, all right? Because it's just ridiculous what's been going on. When you think about all the kids in the sweatshops all over the planet, you Europeans have just shown your ass, and the universe have just had it. I mean, people getting ate over the planet and everything. Okay, they hid these sculptures that was all through the Americas. They drove them into places where they had restricted people to go, just like they hid these structures or these buildings forever, because they drove them into the places where they restricted people to go also, you see. And then by restricting you to have access there, by putting all the signs up, closed, private property, no entrance here, and stuff like that, all these faces of us black people who they made slaves out of comes where you can't even know they exist. Now look behind him at this structure here. This is not America. This is old school. Now look at this. I want you to take a look at this right here. This soldier here, I shouldn't say soldier, but this guy here. All right, now look at the headgear right here, because that's what that is. I showed you that already. It's going to be on top of his head, and as you can see, he got these little wings here. All right, and then he's got that, look like it could